dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
6. My name is Teacher Eric. Welcome to our social studies lesson. But before we begin our lesson, there is some news for you which can be seen on our screen here. It is a timetable. This timetable here is for the examination cycle 1 that is coming next week. It is important for you to try and note the dates and also the days on which you'll be having the exam. For instance, you have on Saturday there is English, on Sunday there is social studies, and remember it begins on 9th, so next week Saturday. Then okay, I said on Sunday we have social studies, on Monday 11th we have mathematics, Tuesday 12th we have science, and Wednesday we have Arabic. Then the other week is when the exam ends. You have Islamic. It's important for you to note those dates, so you have to start revising as early as now. Make no mistake, because it is only through revision and hard work that you will be able to achieve, you'll be able to pass your exams. Well, we go straight to what we are supposed to look at today. Last time we were looking at government, and still on chapter 4. Under government, we looked at the types of government that we have in the Horn of Africa. And in the Horn of Africa, and rather generally, we looked at the types of government, the 3 types of government, which were monarchy. We also looked at republic. You remember that, right? Yes. And so those were just but the types of government that we have. We also looked at the federal government. And in a monarchy, we say that it's led by a king or a queen or emperor or empress, right? That when one member of the family dies, the other member takes over from them. And we said in a republic or democratic government, where people choose their leaders do not stay in power for very long time. No, they are chosen, and other leaders are chosen again to replace those that have moved from power. Now, today we shall still be looking at government, and under government we shall be looking at arms of the government, branches of the government. When we talk about a branch, a tree has a branch, right? What does a branch do? A branch of a tree, for instance, when you have a branch of a tree, a branch supports a tree. A branch supports a tree. So if this was a tree, for example, here we have a branch, or rather branches. So this is a tree. There is a branch here. This is one branch, another branch, another branch. These are branches. What do? Branches support the leaves so that a tree can grow and become a good tree, right? So that it can bear food. Now, the same way again that we are looking at is that also in the Horn of Africa, any government has got 3 branches, 3 arms that help the government to do its work. Now, these 3 branches, right, we shall be looking at them here on the board, and therefore it means that at the end of this lesson, or by the end of the lesson, you should be able to name the 3 branches of the government and what at least each branch does. So to begin with, we shall go straight and look at what it is here, arms of the government. Now, most governments of the Horn of Africa are divided into 3 main branches, into 3 main branches. Now, these 3 main branches are legislature or parliament. The other name for legislature is parliament. So, legislature or parliament. The second arm is the executive branch. Then the third one is the judicial branch. This word is judicial. judicial branch, and this is executive. Then the first one here was legislature or parliament. So we shall begin with parliament. What is parliament and what does it do? Right? Now, here in Somaliland, for instance, we have the parliament. Members of parliament, we call them MPs in short form. So what do? Who chooses them? Is it the president who chooses the members of parliament? No. The members of parliament are chosen by the people. So the parliament, here, if we try to look at the picture here, showing a signpost that is found near the parliament, written the Parliament of Republic of Somaliland. The parliament. Some of you call it parliament. Now, here the parliament has actually two members. We have the House of Representatives and the Council of Elders. So here they are chosen by the people to represent them, right? Whenever people have got issues, these members of parliament will discuss and debate them. So we shall be looking at the work of the members of parliament. Now, here again, another picture here is showing members of parliament. People, members are people who are chosen to go to the parliament to discuss and represent them, to say their issues. But most important is that whenever they are here in this conference, they are in a discussion, in a debate. Now, this debate is important because it helps people to get what they need, their basic needs. Because it's important that as a government, it should provide the basic needs for its people, the basic needs that we already know, the food, shelter, and clothing. Now, this parliament here, you can see the other side, and here they discuss important issues that we shall be looking at. Now, what do? The parliament represents the people. Any country, be it South Sudan, be it Djibouti, be it Eritrea, be it Somalia, be it Somaliland, Ethiopia, all those countries of the Horn of Africa have got parliament. Now, the parliament represents the people, all the people in that country. If the parliament represents the people, then what is the main work of the parliament? What is the main work of the members of parliament? One, they make laws that are needed by the country. Sharia, the rules, the laws. Now, these laws are ones that guide a given country. The laws guide people in a given country. Laws say that you have to respect your neighbors, that you have to be a patriot, you have to represent your country, to do well for your country. So these laws are guiding people. They enable people to live in peace. So the parliament will bring laws. What if somebody breaks the law? Right? These people are handled by a different branch of the government, but the work of the parliament is just to make the laws. Something else that they do is to approve the laws and policies that have been set by the president or ministers. Right? We have different ministers, minister for foreign affairs, minister for agriculture, minister for very many things. So here the policies, a minister can come up with a rule. This rule is important for the good of the whole country. And how will it become a law? This rule can only become a law if the minister brings it to the parliament and asks members of the parliament to discuss and approve it. To approve means to give an okay, right? Yes, to approve means to give an okay, that yes, make it, let it become a law so that people can follow. Good. Now, here again, like you've seen, the work of the parliament, the main work of the parliament is to make laws that are used in a given country. Now, the members of parliament, in short form, we call them MPs. Now, the members of parliament, what do? They debate. They debate. Now, class, when we talk about debating, we are talking about what they do. Sorry, I think I have to choose a different pen so that you are able to see. They debate and also discuss. A discussion, even in class, you have a discussion, you debate. You see, one person says, no, this pen is blue. Somebody else says, now the color of this pen is purple. So you see, you are debating and giving your points, why you support this or why you oppose this. That's what members of parliament do. Like, they may pass a motion, or they may discuss something that is important and affecting people, right? Now, when they discuss, there are those members who are supporting the point, while there are those members who are opposing the point. But finally, they will come to a conclusion. When they come to a conclusion, that will become a law, right? When they discuss about people who steal, who rob others, they take a gun and go to somebody's house and rob. Now, members of parliament will discuss things that should happen if somebody is found robbing or stealing from somebody's house. Other members of parliament will say such a person should be jailed, taken to the court and jailed for 5 years. Others will say 10 years, while others will say 20 years. So they will discuss and argue until they settle on a certain term limit, which is maybe 15, which is maybe 10, like that. That is what they do. They discuss and debate. Good. They also vet other officers who are appointed by the president. If the president chooses some officers, members of parliament will vet them. They will discuss them. Good. Now, this is about the first branch of the government. It means that the remaining two, we shall have to discuss them in our next lesson. That is the executive and the judicial branch. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time.